Hey guys, what's up? I got another video today and I'm going to be doing kind of a reaction to a person's video. This YouTuber is TeachingMensFashion, and it's a video he's doing. He said he did 100 pull-ups for 30 days, and I thought it would be a good video for me to kind of just play in the background, give my thoughts on things he says and does, because I am pretty educated on the subject of what he's doing, which is nuclear overload training. So let's just get right into it and see what's going on.
You already know. This is day one. I'm doing almost 5,000 pull-ups.
30 times 100 is 3,000, not 500. Later in the video, he obviously explains that. I don't know why he kind of underdid what he did. I already started the video, but I meant to say before the video, this is obviously nuclei overload training. This is not a muscle building technique. I've went over that in my muscle building videos. I'll probably link them up, but you can't really see this thumbnail. It's down here, and when I look at it on my phone, it's a lot bigger, so I was able to tell a lot of things. Obviously, it's a clickbait thumbnail. He's very unflexed in the first picture and very flexed in the second picture. His hands are in his pockets, shoulders are rolled forward, they're pronated. In here, they're retracted. He's flexing his lats. His hands are outward, not in his pockets. Shoulders aren't rounded. So obviously, it's a little clickbaity. I don't really blame him. He gets views. So honest, and I do the same thing. I have like 2 or 3 videos where I do the same thing. So I don't blame him at all. But we're gonna see if he actually put on size, if he didn't, all that good stuff. So.
And you guys already know.
1,000 a day.
See that?
That's a lot.
430. I'm gonna knock these out. So before I get started though, last time I got accused of Photoshop, which is complete BS because you're.
Let's go back to that. So we did 10,000 push-ups in a month. That is nuclei overload training to the max. Now, I don't know if he did Photoshop or not, but I'm just going to say that nuclei overload training is not a muscle building technique. I've gone over that. I already said it in this video. So any size he may or may not have put on is, for right now, would say is fake, because it's not a muscle building technique. It's a long-term game. You can't do that much volume. It's scientifically proven that you can't do that much volume. It would actually take away your gains, not add to them, unless you're an absolute newbie. In this first picture right here, he does look like he's an actual newbie, so it would make sense to put on the little gains that he did, but it's not like, don't expect to see this and see, oh, he made such drastic gains and he looks pretty fit already. So I'm going to go do 10,000 push-ups in a month or whatever, because it won't work. It's not how it works. It's not a muscle building exercise or technique. It's a very advanced technique that you should do when you are hitting your genetic limit, or you're getting close to where when you work out, you put absolutely no mass on. So yeah, I think you should have done a little bit more research into this type of training technique and realize that this isn't a muscle building technique, and not to make it such. So
Accused of Photoshop, which is complete BS because your boy was putting in work. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a before video, not picture, in the same spot that I will do my after picture. And I'm gonna try to do it at the same time, which is now 4:30 in the morning, completely fasted, no pump, no anything. I'm gonna break it up just the way I did pull-ups. So in the morning,
it says he does 168 pull-ups per day, 56 morning, 3 times a day is 56. So that's a lot of pull-ups. When I think of 100, like I've done the 10 by 100 body weight split before. It's when this quarantine started. I would do 10 by 10. So I would do 10 push-ups, or I would do more than 10, but depending on what it was, let's say dips. I did dips. You do 10 dips, you do another exercise, then you do 10 dips, another exercise, 10 dips, and you just do that 10 times. There's 10 sets, 10 reps. 10 reps is pretty easy. 10 sets is not very easy. So it works the same as nuclei overload training, but it's a little different when it's body weight, because it's not as much weight. So it's a little bit easier. Pull-ups, on the other hand, are not easy at all. They're a compound movement. I would not recommend doing nuclei overload training with a super compound movement like this, because it's a very difficult movement. So props to him for being able to do this if he actually did do it, and I feel as though he did. Maybe he skipped some days. Maybe he didn't. This does seem like a lot. Seems like something a super athlete would be able to do, or a person with a very high will. So congrats to this guy.
I'm gonna do 56. In the afternoon, I'm gonna do 56. And then at night, I'm gonna do 56. And so this is gonna suck. Let's get started.
Driving a new road, develop a new plan. I'll never be blue, man. Whatever the view, man. Go to
56 at night.
Day 8. I'm doing over 150 pull-ups every day. Give me a second. I feel like my lats are like. Have you ever trained a muscle like your chest? Then you go to the gym and it just feels. Travel pack that's valued at $79. It out, and while you're at it, read other testimonies so you can see how Athletic Greens fits into every lifestyle and the positives that it can have for your body, your health, your immune system.
And as you can see, I'm doing full range of motion now. So this is the time where...
Full range of motion. Interesting. Pretty good.
So just finished day 10 of pull-ups. And as you can see, I'm doing full range of motion now. So this is the time where I've got my body.
Man, full range of motion is no joke. Man, full range of motion is no joke.
So my girl to pipe down, need it right now.
If you don't lock out at the bottom and your shoulders, you're basically at a dead hang, not full range of motion. Sorry to break it to you, guy. Jose, I believe your name is. That's not full range of motion. I would know. I have multiple Marines in the family. I definitely know how to do pull-ups. Full range of motion is lockout. That's not lockout. I'm sure you guys could tell.
Day 20, boys. I'm starting to slow down the tempo. So I'm still doing full range of motion. Now to up the ante these last 10 days.
So my girl to pipe down, need it right now.
Congratulations, your last 2 days.
Just get blasted and I won't be able to finish my whole 56 that I need to do, but this is day 25. It's still pitch black outside. It's about 5 in the morning. Got about 15 left. Let's get it.
Okay, his reveal.
Ready?
If you got any...
Who am I kidding? I already know the results. All right. So this is what we got to work with. As you can see, this is the...
Those are shitty. Stop.
I already know the results. All right. So this is what...
Okay. Pretty good lat development. Doesn't seem like he did a front pose in the first thing, so...
What we got to work with.
Guess not.
As you can see, this is the lats. This is the side profile. This is the back. Now, a lot of you might be screaming, oh, Jose, Photoshop, Photoshop. Well, they didn't take a picture. It's all video this time. I already know the haters are going to cry about this. And also, I'm not going to lie, I cheated. I did check this out before. We're going to measure ourselves. So there's actual proof if this worked or didn't.
It didn't work.
I want you to look at this number.
Like I said, it's not a muscle building technique. He has to stop saying it is, because it is not. especially doing that much volume. You're going to lose gains, not gain them. I've already watched this video. I'm just going to give you a little summary. He did put on muscle both on his stomach and his chest area. The reason being, when he first measured, I would assume that he squeezed the tape measure together and squeezed his skin together, and in this he did not. And it doesn't look like he's flaring his lats, so he's obviously not doing that. So the only reasonable thing that he could have done was just not use the tape measure correctly, which seems pretty accurate, especially since when he said I cheated before, he didn't use it correctly. He didn't put on any mass, so don't expect that if you go and do 100 push-ups every single day for 30 days, you're going to put on a bunch of mass unless you are a absolute beginner. And it would suit you way better to just do a normal split of doing a bench press. You would put on way more and you'd get way stronger. Might be able to do more pull-ups at the end of the or push-ups at the end of the month, or pull-ups, whatever body weight exercise you would be doing. But it's not a muscle building technique. I'm kind of tired of saying that. Nuclei overload training is not a muscle building technique. People smarter than me and him both say it. Scott Herman Fitness and Team 3D Alpha. It's not a muscle building technique. It is so you can gain more myonuclei in your muscles. So in the long run, meaning when you hit your genetic limit, you could potentially have more muscle, or you reach your genetic limit a lot faster because you get to skip the process in which you turn satellite cells into myonuclei. So last time I'm going to say it, myonuclei overload training is not a muscle building technique. It is just a way to fast forward through the fusion of satellite cells into myonuclei, so you can have potentially more muscle in the long run. That's the key word, long run. It's an investment. It's not a fast building muscle thing. The more volume you do does not mean the more muscle you're going to build. Same with intensity. The more intense your workout is, it doesn't mean it was any better for you. You can go to the gym like I do for 4 hours and go absolutely nuts, and then you can go for 4 hours and not go absolutely nuts and get just as good a workout if you're doing everything correctly. So people need to stop thinking that doing something like this is just going to drastically change your entire body, when in reality it'll probably make your body, you'll be better off because you'll be stronger and such, but you will not have more muscle. So don't think that. That's really all I got for this video. I just wanted to kind of do a little reaction. It wasn't as bad as I thought. I thought maybe he would claim to have put on a huge amount of size and kind of just tricked a bunch of people and blah blah blah. He didn't really do that, fortunately, obviously, but again, bringing attention to the fact that nuclei overload training is not a muscle building technique, so don't treat it as such, and it is advanced movements. People you should listen to for this are more experienced people, such as Scott Herman Fitness. He actually does it with a bunch of different muscles. He's been training for many, many years. You should listen to people like that, people who take it very seriously. They do lots of research. They know what they're talking about in all things of fitness, not just this related topic. So take your advice from more experienced people, and that's really the moral of the story, along with the fact, I'm going to say it one more time, just one more time. Nuclei overload training is not a muscle building technique. Last thing I'm going to say, you know the drill. Follow, sub, hit the bell notification to get more videos like this. I plan to do a lot more like this. They seem to catch on really quick. Little reaction videos where my face is in the corner of the screen, and I'm just looking at videos or research or whatever, and I'm able to explain to you better what exactly is going on. So yeah, stay tuned for more videos like that. Follow, sub, you know the drill, all that good stuff, and I will see you in the next one.